Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Rank where I climb the online VGC 20 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. For the last two episodes, we've been trying out a team featuring G-Max Lapras and Alcremie. We've had some really good games with it so far, so I'm going to play one more episode with it today, and then we'll probably switch to something brand new in the next episode. I think really the goal in these next couple of weeks to cycle through a new team every 2 to 3 episodes or so. We're actually pretty high up in the ladder, so we'll see how much higher we can go, but this team is a lot of fun. Of course, it's a rental team, so thanks to Fevzi for providing it. If you're interested in trying it out yourself, the link is in the description below for the rental code as well as Fevzi's Twitter. So let's get started with today's episode. Question of the day, also, you guys gave me some really good recommendations for shows and movies yesterday, and today I'm looking for good recommendations for PC games and Switch games. I love gaming, but I really haven't played many games in the last couple of years, especially like RPGs, so if you have any recommendations, definitely let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you guys enjoy Road to Rank, please share your support by leaving a like. I'd really appreciate it. I actually played this person a few weeks ago off stream when I forgot which team it was using, but it was like a really cool team because it has Orbeetle to set up gravity and then Flapple to just use Grab Apple and practically everything. So this version of the team is pretty different. There's a Steelix now. I don't remember Dusclops being on that team as well, so Steelix really scares me, but I think Lapras is still fine. I think Alcremie is actually really essential in this matchup just so we don't get put to sleep by Hypnosis. So I'm tempted to just go with like Alcremie Lapras outright. We could also have Alcremie in the back, I guess. Like Togekiss Lapras doesn't seem too bad. And then switch in Alcremie. That doesn't seem awful. The main thing is if I go with this, like I probably want Incineroar for Flapple. I also have Darkest Lariat. But I don't know. Conkeldur's damage output I think is quite good here. I guess Incineroar is also, like, it's not that great. I mean, I guess with this mode, I don't have great ways to hit the Dusclops. So we'll see if that ends up coming out. Yeah, this team is really, really fun. I think we were able to use it a little bit better yesterday, especially after I learned about Alcremie's ability, which I was not aware of before yesterday. So we'll see how things go. But yeah, question, I am curious for any good PC games or Switch games. I really haven't played too many games thus far on either device. I'd really like to play more. Especially like story-based games. For those that know about the game The Last of Us, it's actually my all-time favorite game. So yeah, just to give you some perspective on things that I like. It's Orbeetle and Indeedee. Kind of tempted to actually Dynamax my Togekiss in this game, honestly, as it's Psychic Seed Indeedee. He's probably just gonna go G-Max Gravitas, like just max and start attacking immediately. I mean, if we max, we can try to knock out Indeedee. We can even activate our own weakness policy, actually. A little bit tempting. Alternatively, we can just Air Slash, forcing the Follow Me, basically, max, and G-Max Resonance to set up screens. I think I'm also okay with that. I still like Lapras maxing here, I think. I think Togekiss might be a little bit better, but the reason why I like Lapras maxing is just because it's so bulky. And then we can switch into Alcremie. Yeah. Let's see. Yep, Orbeetle is going to max, which is cool. So, let's see. We're going to... Actually, both of these are pretty big threats to Conkeldurr. I don't know. I mean, Incineroar wasn't going to do... I guess Incineroar resists the attacks a little bit better. It can go for, like... Just, oh, sorry, we have Throat Chop on this one, I believe. Not Darkest Lariat, but we can also Parting Shot, obviously, for some boosts. Or decreases. I don't know, if Togekiss Dynamax is here, I feel like you have to Follow Me here, so I'm content just doubling up into the Indeedee slot and getting my screens up. Because once again, with this team, if you're able to just pick up 2 knockouts quickly, then you can just end the game with a Perish Song. But I think my opponent's lead is a little bit better than mine here right now, so yeah, definitely a little scared. There's actually not going to be a Follow Me, so we're actually going to get some decent damage off here. Oh, but it's weakness policy Orbeetle. I probably should have seen that coming. That's bad. That's really bad. There's G-Max Gravitas coming out. Going to target down Togekiss. Just pick up the one-hit KO. Oh, boy. Yeah, we might just get swept by Orbeetle. I probably should have anticipated weakness policy. But Orbeetle's not a Pokemon we go up against very often, obviously. Side Shock's going to come out. Lapras takes that fine. Okay. So the bright side is we're going to do some more damage to Orbeetle and we'll set up screens, but this is very scary now, I think. So we're going to bring out Alcremie for sure. Probably would rather go for Fake Tears rather than Decorate. Like, we could go for Fake Tears, Max Geyser. But if my opponent has the Flapple in the back, I think I'm in a lot of trouble right now. Fake Tears. Yeah, I guess we just go for Fake Tears and Max Geyser into Orbeetle. Given that screens are up, the fact that weakness policy is up, honestly isn't too concerning. There is just going to be a follow me, but that's fine. Okay. So we'll get Fake Tears off. I don't think, unfortunately, we're going to be able to KO this in DD because it has that special defense boost. We'll probably hang on with just a little bit of HP. Going to be another G-Max Orbeetle coming out, going into Outcreamy actually, so... I think my opponent probably has Flapple in the back, and for that reason, perhaps I should have brought in Incineroar. Yeah, this weakness policy is just obviously doing so much damage, and yeah, we just fall short of getting that KO. But perhaps that's not the end of the world. How many turns of Gravity are left? 3. I mean, I think here we just Gleam. We could Protect, but I think you follow me. I'll just Dazzling Gleam and just go for a Max Geyser. Or actually, I don't know if G-Max Resonance KOs. Yeah, let's play it safe. Dazzling and Max Geyser. If there was Flapple, I'm thinking it's probably Flapple and Milotic in the back for my opponent, so... This Orbeetle was able to do so much damage, which is the problem. Perhaps, I think, if I were to play this differently turn 1, I mean, even if I Max Airstream isn't KOing Orbeetle, maybe what I would have preferred was... the thing is, even if we double up into Indie because of the Psychic Seed, we don't KO. So, I don't know. I think we'll probably be trading KOs here. Like, trade the Outcreamy. It actually might have been better to conserve Outcreamy solely so that we could Dazzling Gleam the potential Flapple that's waiting for us in the back. I don't know. Gravitas comes out for a 3rd time. Gonna target Outcreamy. Yeah, so it's gonna be 2-2. Max is gonna end on my end, obviously. We'll have multiple turns of Screen, but Gravity is still up for multiple turns as well. If it is Milotic and Flapple in the back, also because I lost Outcreamy, you can now put me to sleep. So I think my opponent's actually in a pretty good spot. Best case is if there's a Steelix in the back, but I don't think there will be. I'm expecting Flapple for sure, and probably Milotic if I had to guess. I think that combination would make the most sense. Which is really scary because I don't have Ice Punch on my Conkeldurr. If I did, then I'd have 2 ways to threaten Flapple. Yeah, there's Milotic, so that's why I couldn't bring Incineroar. And Flapple, yeah. My opponent brought a really good core of 4 in this game. The problem, like I said, is because I brought out Outcreamy earlier, now you can just put me to sleep with Hypnosis. So, let's see. We still have so many turns of Aurora Veil, though, that I think it's fine to just double protect this turn. Yeah. Because we want to stall out the Gravity. Because basically the Orbeetle on this team sets up for Milotic and Flapple to sweep. Or not sweep, but Milotic is able to go for Hypnosis, and then Flapple gets Grab Apple, which just probably KOs Milotic, to be honest. Or sorry, so I think here you just go for the Grab Apple onto the Lapras and Hypnosis into Conkeldurr. Yeah. And I don't think we're surviving. Yep. I don't think Lapras is surviving, so the play might honestly be to go for a double. Because both attacks are going to connect. I guess with Conkeldurr we can attack. Yeah, we try to protect with Lapras. If we get this, it completely changes the game. I'm assuming Hustle Grab Apple KOs us, even with screens, but we don't get the Protect, unfortunately. Okay. So, Grab Apple's going to come out. I think Lapras should go down here. Yeah. Okay, so I don't feel bad. I think I went for my best probability play there, but well played by my opponent, honestly. Really well done. I needed to play around... I guess it's actually technically not over yet, because now my opponent has to hit some lower accuracy moves, because Gravity should end here. So if we wake up this turn, we could win. But I think we need to wake up now. Yeah. I also don't even know if Life Orb Thunder Punch KOs, to be honest. Probably doesn't. But I think we still go for it. Well, let's see. You probably Grab Apple here and just Water type attack me. So I might actually need to heal more than... Because I don't think Thunder Punch KOs anyway, right? So Drain Punch the Flapple, actually. So Flapple misses here. He's going to go for Grab Apple. He does miss. Alright, he's got Muddy Water. This is Rain Boosted, so this is going to do a lot. Probably 2 KOs. Actually, yeah, it does. Can we wake up? Oh, it's a Life Orb Milotic. Oh, we wake up. Does Drain Punch KO here? Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Well, that was a big miss, and the rain stops. I think we protect this turn. To scout out for a protect on either end. It's going to be a close finish here, because with the rain being gone, I think we might survive a Muddy Water. But I guess we have to Mach Punch anyway, or we hope for another Grab Apple miss. I'm not sure Thunder Punch was going to knock out Milotic there anyway, and I was thinking, yeah, if Drain Punch gets that knockout on Flapple, then I think we actually just win the game. So, I don't know what the role is there, but I also didn't, like, Life Orb Milotic. That's cool. Flapple was going to protect, okay. Oh, he actually double protects. Okay. Well, it gives me the opportunity to target whatever I want this next turn. I could also go for a protect of my own. I guess I hope for a Muddy Water miss. Yeah, I Mach Punch the KO Flapple. Hope for a Muddy Water miss. He'd have to miss twice, though. No, actually, he has to... It depends on what else you have on the Milotic. We see Muddy Water Hypnosis. I assume there's, like, one attack that's 100% accurate. I don't know. I could have Drain Punched Milotic there, but... Oh, no way! Conkeldurr dodges it, but Screens wears off. But... That might be enough to win now. Oh, we stole this game, though. The question now is Thunder Punch or Drain Punch. Because I don't know if Thunder... after Life Orb, I think Thunder Punch should KO. I want to just Thunder Punch here. Yeah, we go for the Thunder Punch. He might go for Hypnosis, actually. Alright, Muddy Water does connect. Screens wears off, but there's no rain. This is Life Orb single target. Oh, okay. Conkeldurr just gets the KO'd anyway. Alright, yeah, I mean, I think my opponent deserved to win this one, so I can't feel bad about that. That was really close, though. Perhaps, I was going to say maybe we shouldn't have gone for those double protects the first time around, but I think it was still worth it, because if Lapras does get the double, then that changes the game dramatically, where then you really have to hit some low accuracy moves. But, yeah, that's why, you know, attacks like Muddy Water, Hypnosis, Grab Apple on, you know, Hustle Flapple can be a little bit inconsistent. But overall, my opponent just led better than me in this game. And yeah, I was, you know, put to sleep by Hypnosis, which is part of the problem. I could have maybe gone for the Dusclops mode. Incineroar could have been alright, but like I said, I think I would lose the endgame if I'm bringing Incineroar out. I don't know, maybe Lapras can 2v1 in that position. Especially if I have Incineroar, I guess I could Fake Out and Perish Song, actually. So, I thought the choices were a little tough. Maybe I could have led Incineroar. That would have been pretty good. Either way, though, really well played by my opponent, and it's cool to, like, can't feel bad about losing to G-Max Orbeetle. Like, that was super sick. Very standard team for the next game today. Like, pretty much bog standard Trick Room. And I think these are the same 6 Pokemon that Tobias Koshitsky actually won Malmo Regionals with. So this team we're using got top 8 at that tournament, and our opposing team was able to win that tournament. So, I think Alcremie Lapras is honestly fine here. We want Dusclops in this matchup, 100%. Dusclops is really good. And then the question is what we want as the last one. I think it probably Incineroar, because Conkeldurr gets kind of dunked on by Had and Indeedee. Yeah, Incineroar can also Fake Out and Parting Shot stuff. So, the goal is really to play a Lapras-centric game. And I'm thinking, because of how long these games have gone, we'll probably only play 2 games today, but we'll see how this one goes. We definitely don't have a bad matchup, but there are a lot of intricacies here. Once again, though, Alcremie helps out a lot because it prevents us from falling asleep, which can be really essential against that Butterfree. So I don't expect the Butterfree to come out, but if it does, then that's better for us. It's going to be Dusclops Indeedee. Okay. So we're definitely going to set up screens. Turn 1. I mean, you would assume that they just go for... Let's see if it's Psychic Seed. So he's going to frisk our items. That's fine. No Psychic Seed. Okay. I mean, we could just go for Fake Tears. G-Max Resonance. And the reason why I'm targeting Dusclops here is basically to force Indeedee to follow me. I don't I guess NDD could just switch out for free here if it wanted to. I feel like probably not, though. Because what I don't want is actually to knock out NDD. But you kind of have to follow me to redirect my deck right away. Okay, fake tears, max resonance. Because I think what's fine here is my opponent probably has Rhyperior in the back, but Rhyperior isn't that much of a threat, even with the weakness policy set, because I can just swap in Incineroar, and I'll have screens up, so you won't be able to one-shot Lapras, and then I can just go for G-Max, Max Water into Rhyperior. Yep, there's Follow Me. Okay, so we might knock out NDD. We probably do, honestly. But like I said, that's not the end of the world because we've got the Incineroar. And we've got Dusclops in the back, which can actually just go for... like, what we can do here, this next turn is... let's see if this knocks NDD out. I'm actually hoping it doesn't. Oh, that's great that we don't KO it. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. He's gonna go for... Ah, he's just Nightshading, actually. Interesting. I wonder if Dazzling Gleam KOs. I don't want to go out into my own Dusclops right now. There's no point in going for Fake Tears, because NDD is probably going to go for Follow Me. I mean, we could just Dazzling Gleam and G-Max Resonance. Actually, there's no reason to Resonance. Max Geyser is better. The problem here is that my opponent's going to have the Dynamax advantage in this game, which is not great. Okay. I don't know, maybe I could have switched out there. I like the decision for my opponent not to have Trick Room last turn, honestly. He probably expected NDD to survive, so now I'm giving them a free switch in into whatever Trick Room super they want to go into. Presumably it's going to be the Rhyperior. But like I said, if Rhyperior comes out, we can just switch out Alcremie into Incineroar, get the Intimidate off. And yeah, there's Trick Room. And then Max Geyser into the Rhyperior. But then we'll get the Sandstorm up, which is the downside. Could also just switch out. Let's see. Yep, there's Rhyperior. Like, I want to protect Lapras and just switch Alcremie out into Dusclops. This is actually an interesting turn too, because I mean Lapras will definitely survive. He's gonna set up the Sandstorm, I'm sure. And there's multiple turns of Trick Room you have to watch out about, which is part of the problem, right? I think you have to target the Lapras slot, if I'm being honest. But I think we switch out into Incineroar and we just Max Geyser. With Sandstorm up, Rhyperior should survive a Max Geyser, unfortunately for us, I think. So, yeah, nice turn 1 play by my opponent. Just going for Nightshade instead of Trick Room, because that gives them an extra turn of Trick Room, basically, in this matchup. Okay. I don't know, maybe I could have led Dusclops, but the thing is, my Dusclops doesn't do anything if I lead it, because I can't even Nightshade NDD. Maybe leading Incineroar actually would be better. Oh, I'm going to activate the weakness policy, like, just through Protect. That's fine by me, I guess. That was really smart. He has Brick Break. Very well done. This is going to do a lot of damage, but the problem is, yeah, now we're going to activate weakness policy. Okay. And screens are over. Well played. That was a nice bait. Wait, I'm sorry. Did weakness policy not go off? Oh, no, it did. Okay, 3 turns of Trick Room. He's at +1. We don't have screens anymore, so Rockfall will KO us. I mean, you have to target down Lapras here, so I think Parting Shot, switch out into Alcremie. If my opponent makes this read and targets Incineroar, I guess it's not that crazy of a read. But that would still be an impressive play. Yeah. Actually, yeah, the more I think about it, I don't know. Maybe I should have just risked it for the biscuit and attacked. I like how my opponent played this. There's a reason why Hard Trick Room, like this team, was able to win the most recent regional championships. Like, it's just really solid and consistent. And if, you know, people think it's pretty one-dimensional, but under a really good player, like, you can really find ways to, like, clever plays with this. Well, I think my opponent's, you know, made some really cool plays with this too, instead of like just going for the standard, like, you know, turn 1 Trick Room basically. Alright, Nightshade into Incineroar. Rockfall into... Okay, that's good at least. So we'll bring Rhyperior to neutral, and then we can bring it down to -1. Okay. Could also go into my Dusclops to reverse Trick Room. So then the question is, can my opponent call me reversing it? Okay, who do I want next? I get to bring 2 of these 3 right now. I think Dusclops is probably going to be one of them. Yeah. I think 2 Nightshades probably KOs Rhyperior right now. Okay. I think we bring in Lapras. I mean, Incineroar does get us another Intimidate, but I don't have Protect on this thing, so I think I'd rather go out into Lapras. So this turn I have to make the mind game. Do I try to reverse my opponent's Trick Room? And does my opponent expect that and click Trick Room themselves? Because if they do, then I would just lose the game probably. There's only 2 turns left. So I'm thinking we can get away with just attacking here. I'm thinking just Nightshade into Dusclops. Lapras Protect here is super obvious though, and you could double up onto Dusclops for a KO with Nightshade and something else. I could switch out into Incineroar right now. I actually think it's kind of likely my opponent doubles up into Dusclops. I'm gonna Nightshade then, and Hydro Pump. Maybe that's too aggressive of a read, but if I'm my opponent's shoes, I would double up into Dusclops. There's the Nightshade into Clops at least, okay. Even if we don't survive, it might not be the end of the world. Or even if he targets Lapras. Alright, there's Rockfall. Where's it going? I guess going to Lapras. Okay. Yeah, I think if we protected there, we would have just won. We also could have reversed the Trick Room, but I don't know. I thought my opponent would make a more advanced read there. That's probably the game, unfortunately, then. Yeah, I guess Dusclops is probably surviving a double up there anyway, so it's better to just have protected Lapras. And then we could have just switched out into Incineroar in the last turn. I think that would have sealed up the game for us. I just wasn't sure about how much Rhyperior was going to be doing to Dusclops, but given that he was neutral, I think, yeah. We could have done, like, that play was pretty much the worst case scenario. Okay. Unless... Yeah, maybe Nightshading Rhyperior last turn would have been better too. I actually think Nightshading my opponent's Dusclops was the worst possible play, so I didn't play this endgame super well at all. Let's see, it's the last turn of Trick Room. Yeah, I don't really have too many options here, unfortunately. I think we just Nightshade and Throat Chop. I played this endgame kind of poorly with the Lapras. Like, I tried to make a big read, but it didn't pay off. He's going to shade into Incineroar, which is the correct play. I think you just double up into that. Yeah. And Max Quick's going to come out. Okay. I'm not happy about how I played this game. I'm okay with the first couple of turns. I think my opponent just outsmarted me for sure, and the reason why I made that read was because I really thought Dusclops would get KO'd from Rhyperior, but Dusclops is like, you know, the bulkiest Pokemon pretty much you can have, so I don't think I was in danger of getting KO'd. And if I'm not in danger, then the best play is just to probably... I also wasn't sure if 2 Nightshades was knocking out Rhyperior from that range, but I think it would have. So I think my best play was to protect the Lapras and just Nightshade into Rhyperior, and then the following turn, my opponent had Hat in the back. yeah. It would have been a closer game for sure. But I'm going to play a third one because I'm not too happy about how I played this game. Well played, though, by my opponent. I think my opponent did a couple of small things that were really smart in this game. The first thing was they didn't go for a Trick Room on turn 1. So they had an extra turn of Trick Room to work with, which made a big difference. The second thing is that they didn't Dynamax the Rhyperior on that first turn. You know, I was expecting just Dynamax Max Rockfall, but by not Dynamaxing, they got an extra turn of Dynamax later, even though they took all that damage later. So those two small things were actually really big deals, which is why, even though this is kind of like a bog standard Trick Room team, you can play it in very unique ways, which is what my opponent did there. So yeah, definitely some tough losses, but against very good opponents. I think like that first game, the team matchup was just pretty rough. This one, we definitely had enough resources to win. And we get into our third game today. So yeah, I actually played this opponent a couple of days ago, and I visually thought it was Yuri, because you know they're so high ranked, but I think it actually might be Emilio Forbes, who got second at the World Championships in 2018. Yeah. So we gotta get, you know, we're obviously high up on ladder, so we're going up against very highly ranked opponents. We had a really good game. That was like my first game with this team, actually just trying things out. And in that game, like, Tyranitar was what really scared me. Togekiss ended up Dynamaxing the late game and sweeping me. So, let's see. Once again, like, Lapras is solid here, especially for screens. We could try to set up Trick Room, but I don't know. It does, like, the problem is Togekiss. So I'm thinking leading Incineroar Lapras. Incineroar Lapras. Could just go. Well, what about Alcremie on Lapras, actually? Incineroar is better, I think. Incineroar Lapras. As much as I want Alcremie, I don't know how great it is in this matchup. Maybe Klopp's Conkeldurr? I actually think Alcremie was probably a necessary bring into this matchup the more I think about it, but we could potentially go with like the Conkeldurr route in Trick Room and try to sweep under there. Yeah. Definitely some tough games today, but neither of them really RNG reliant. That second game, I think I just misplayed by not protecting the Lapras. Like, the risk versus reward wasn't worth it there. I guess if he does target at double up onto me, though, I win the game pretty much outright, but you know, I don't know if that's worth it. Okay, so the good thing is we're getting Intimidate against both of these Pokemon right now, but still not like a super advantageous position, especially with the threat of Gastrodon just coming in. Because right now what you can do is just Snarl and Max Rockfall. So I won't be doing much damage with Lapras in this game. The question is whether I expect the Snarl. If so, maybe we can just knock out Arcanine with Fake Out Max Geyser. And once again set ourselves up for a Parasong endgame. Fake Out Max Geyser is just so aggressive though, because you could so easily switch into Gastrodon. The safer play would probably be to Parting Shot the Tyranitar. Like, you could switch Arcanine out into Gastrodon and Rockfall Incineroar, I think. So I'm gonna go out into Dusclops and G-Max Resonance. Okay, is that Gastrodon coming in? It's Togekiss. Well, oh, double switch. Durant or Gastrodon? Oh, okay. Well, I'm actually pretty glad then, because we get a Resonance off against Gastrodon. It's not going to be a ton of damage, but it's better than nothing. Especially against Gastrodon, which can be a really big nuisance to deal with, basically. Scope Lens Kiss, Rindo, Berry, Gastrodon. Okay, that's good to know. So we'll get screens up. We can actually probably set up Trick Room in this game. I think that's the route we go for. I'm thinking our win con is to get one knockout and then Parasong. Sorry, not one knockout, two knockouts. But Conkeldurr actually is a pretty good offensive matchup against a lot of our opponent's team, so we just need to chip away. The fact we know it's Scope Lens is good too, because we don't have to worry about weakness policy, so we can target Togekiss next turn. Which are really solid damage from G-Max Resonance. Okay, not bad. So we'll get screens up now. And I think here, we definitely go for Trick Room. This is going to be a longer episode today, but I think we had some really good games, and, you know, I think it's good to showcase games where I lose against really good opponents. As always, you know, I try to, like, incorporate all of those as much as possible. But especially today, like, there's a decent chance we go 0-3 today, but I'm totally okay with that because it's about what we learn from the games. And these are good games, too. So I think we Trick Room here. And I'm going to Max Resonance, I think, into... I see Togekiss switching out back out into Arcanine. So I kind of want to target Gastrodon. Yeah, Togekiss doesn't really threaten me here. Yep, okay. Let's see if it's Arcanine. I think a really smart play is actually to just click Recover right now with Gastrodon, so you basically stall out my Dynamax. But once you stall out my Dynamax, I can at least have Freeze Dry to hit the Gastrodon. Really sick read would have been to not Dynamax and just click Freeze Dry last turn, but I don't think I'm good enough to make that read. Resonance is so close to a 2-hit KO, though. Ah. Oh. Yeah, Unite recovers. Really well done stalling out my Dynamax. Yeah. Job well done. Because now Gastrodon can just click Recover a third time. And I actually can't do anything about that. Like, regular Lapras would actually be more helpful for me right now, hilariously enough. But I think I'm still content just Nightshading and Max Resonancing into Gastrodon. We just want as much damage off against that as possible. If it protects, then we still get some damage through Resonance. If it clicks Recover, then Nightshade goes off first, you recover, but then we bring you back to lower than where you are right now. Just a shame my G-Max Resonance does not 2-hit KO, so bulky Gastrodon coming through. But I think setting up Trick Room is still more advantageous for us because we've got, like, although Gastrodon outspeeds us under Trick Room, everything else is pretty good. So yeah. The Arcanine switching was good. Pokemon choice-wise, I think I'm fine with what I brought this game, honestly. He's not going to Dynamax or Protect, but that's not surprising. Yeah. So this Gastrodon really a pain to deal with, but we'll at least be able to bring it to just around, like, just under 50%, and it'll definitely be in Free Strike there. I guess you probably go for a Snarl here. Yeah. I wanted to play 3 games. I was hoping this last one would be, like, shorter, but you guys are in for a long one today. Okay. That's fine. So max ends now. The main thing is trying to get up another Trick Room in this game. We have Freeze Dry, right? So we can Freeze Dry Gastrodon pretty easily. I could see him protecting Gastrodon, though, here, and going for another Snarl. I'm going to Nightshade Arcanine. And I think actually go out into Conkeldurr. Yeah. Because Conkeldurr puts on some... Ooh, okay, Gastrodon switches out. But Conkeldurr actually has a decent matchup against... it's Tyranitar coming in. That's good. Okay. That's really good. So we reset the special attack drop, too. As long as he's not reading this and Will-O-Wisping us, that would be bad. Okay, we get Nightshade off. That's good. Oh, he's just snarling. Okay, that's good. Very good. Okay. We're in a good offensive position right now, so we have to try to maybe make a read on what switches out here. Because it's very likely Tyranitar switches out into Togekiss, right? I could totally see that happening. If we knock out Tyranitar, we probably get another Trick Room up. There's only 2 turns left, which is problematic. Relatively safe play is go out into Incineroar here. And Drain Punch Arcanine. Yeah, I like that. We can't get Will-O-Wisp, but if we get Burnt, we lose this game. Arcanine could so easily switch into Togekiss right now, but I'm fine with that, because then I can at least just Thunder Punch the following turn. Oh, this is going to be a long game. This is probably going to be like a 45-minute episode, but I think the games are pretty fun and quality. I just wish I played the end of the second game a little bit better. But that first one was really fun, though. I don't know what the roll was onto the Conkeldurr as well. Okay. Could have stayed in and clicked Nightshade as well, but I want to conserve Dusclops to maybe get up another Trick Room. I think Tyranitar maxes in this game, but Togekiss could be a max option as well in the late game. Tyranitar switches out, which is good. Okay, that's probably Togekiss. Oh, it's actually Gastrodon. Okay. But Arcanine protects. Nice play. Yeah, that was a really good play. Okay. Sandstorm subsides. Okay, I think we... I mean, we have Fake Out here, right? So we could Fake Out. Leaning towards Fake Out Gastrodon. I want to really predict the... I think Arcanine switches out here into Togekiss, honestly. So I want to predict that in Thunder Punch. I'm going to go out into Clops. Life Orb Thunder Punch might just KO here anyway, so yeah. I'm going to make the read here. And I want to switch out Incineroar to conserve Intimidate further. I think actually Togekiss is probably his Maxmon in this endgame. So once again, we need knockouts. As soon as we get knockouts, we can click Perish Song and end this game. Because right now we're just switching back and forth. Okay, Citrus Arcanine, Window. Gastro switches out. Tyranitar and Togekiss? Togekiss goes into that slot. Okay. So I did not read the last two turns correctly. Let's see if Thunder Punch KOs here. It hangs on. That's so bad for us. Because it's probably a Will-O-Wisp coming out onto Arcanine. Really well played. Really good switches. It's actually Flamethrower, actually. Okay. This might mean we actually get another Trick Room up. Yeah. I don't know if you can double up. You could actually Dynamax Max Darkness and Air Slash Dust Clouds. I don't even know if that KOs, honestly. But I think we Trick Room here. And Protect. If we get this second Trick Room up, I feel really good. So we'll see if we can get it. Okay, Arcanine switches out. So I think this should be Trick Room definitely going up then. Yeah. Which is huge. Really good back-to-back plays, though. Like, we could have just knocked out the Arcanine. Although, it's actually probably a good thing we didn't. If we knock out the Arcanine, then that gives a free... it's probably Air Slash flinching, going for the flinch here. Oh, it's just Gleaming. Okay, thank goodness. I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. Yeah, Dusclops does not take damage right now. This is intense. This is a really intense game. But these games have all been really good. Like, even if I lose all 3 games today, I honestly can't be too upset about them, because I think my opponents made some really cool plays in all of them. I would like to Pain Split here with Dusclops. The question is on to who. I'm leaning towards Pain Split, because Conkeldurr wins this endgame, so I want to Pain Split the Togekiss and switch out into Incineroar. Yeah. If we conserve Conkeldurr for the end, we can just Drain Punch and knock out everything. And then once again, as soon as we get if we knock out the Togekiss, basically, Conkeldurr should beat everything. So Pain Split covers also Togekiss maxing. Tyranitar could consider maxing now. Like, the main thing you'll notice is that our opponent hasn't Dynamaxed yet. Which is bonkers. Let's see. But I think it totally makes sense they haven't maxed. And I'm okay given that I maxed earlier on in this game. Like, it was worth it to max just to set up screens, honestly. If we just knocked out Gastrodon with the Resonance, that would have been so much better, but unfortunately not the case. So the big question is, who do you Dynamax in this game? I think it's Togekiss. No Max comes out once again. Tyranitar actually switches out, which is fine by me. Yeah, Arcanine coming in is fine. Because right now, Arcanine doesn't really threaten us too much. Sorry, I keep checking my phone. It keeps ringing. Or buzzing, I should say. Finally, the Max comes out from Togekiss. Yeah, that makes sense. But we should survive, I think, even a crit attack from that. I'm hoping. Okay. Togekiss Dynamaxes. Okay. We got the Pain Split off, which is really nice here. And it's going to max Starfall. Okay, that's fine. Actually, if anything, we worry less about Will-O-Wisp now. Crits Incineroar. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. That's alright with me. Because now, the thing is that Arcanine is in Nightshade KO range, right? The one downside is that Parting Shots here won't help out very much if the Togekiss is able to land, you know, consecutive crits. But what does help out with... I think here the Arcanine protects for sure, because Nightshade into that slot is super free. So maybe I actually just go for damage instead, because like Arcanine doesn't really pressure me with damage here anyway. So instead of parting shotting, I actually kind of like just Nightshade. I'm on a Nightshade Flare Blitz Togekiss, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that, because I think I could see Arcanine protecting here. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. It shouldn't be doing too much damage to us anyway. And once again, as soon as we knock out Togekiss, Conkeldurr wins. Yeah, we've been switching out so much in this game, and unfortunately I didn't call either the Gastrodon switch or and the Arcanine staying in. But once again, I think it actually benefited us that we didn't KO Arcanine. He's actually going to switch out the Arcanine into Tyranitar, which also makes sense. Okay. Let's see how much Nightshade and Flare Blitz do. That's not going to be much. Ah, Togekiss is so bulky, but we actually get a burn, which is quite fortunate. Okay. He's gonna max Starfoss again. This is gonna KO even without a crit now. Oh, it actually targets Dusclops. Interesting. That's super interesting, because what we can do now is Pain Split the Tyranitar. Yeah, I don't even think Nightshade Flare Blitz knocks out Togekiss right now. Last 2 turns of Trick Room left. Yeah, I'm gonna Pain Split Tyranitar and Parting Shot Togekiss. Yeah. I could see Tyranitar not protecting here. So maybe Parting Shot into that would have been better. Oh, Togekiss actually max cards. Okay. I think that's fine. We'll see. Yeah, Parting Shot into Tyranitar would have been so good there, but it's not the end of the world. He's going to just go for Crunch into Dusclops. Okay, we should survive that. Yep. Okay, no defense drop. Oh my god, this game is crazy. This episode's also 42 minutes long already. Okay, so max ends. We still have 1 turn of Trick Room to work with. Max is, yeah, Dynamax is finally ended. Everything's kind of low on the Togekiss side. I don't think we'll probably be able to get up another Trick Room here. I'm leaning towards just Nightshading Togekiss. I think Togekiss switches out, quite honestly, if I had to guess. The thing here is, like, I want a Parting Shot, right? That's super free. But he could protect Tyranitar, and I'd rather be able to guarantee another Intimidate up. So I think I bring out Lapras and I switch out. Okay. I'm really hoping Tyranitar protects here. If it does, I think it's not bad. This game is crazy. It's really fun, though. Yeah, Togekiss switches out, yeah. That's a good switch. Gastrodon? Okay, so Arcanine comes in, so that's finally going to go out of the way. Let's see if Tyranitar protected here. I didn't protect, so we could have Parting Shotted for free. Okay, at least we knocked out Arcanine. It's going to Crunch to KO the Clops. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so now we get a free switch in. Sandstorm also subsides, which means Hydro is definitely knocking out Tyranitar. Trick Room expires too. So I think we have to go out into Incineroar right now. Yep, Togekiss comes out. I mean, there's not much from fake outing Tyranitar and just freeze drying. Yeah. I'm worried about getting flinched now. The good thing is that we can't get crit onto Lapras, but yeah, I think we fake out Tyranitar and freeze dry. Togekiss. That burn honestly might have come up huge, because I don't know if we were KOing Togekiss otherwise, but now it's on a timer basically, and 1 freeze dry plus burn should definitely get the KO. Oh, really good play. Okay. But we'll knock out Gastrodon here. Okay. I think that's actually fine then. As long as we don't get flinched now, I think we win. Yeah. Okay. Tyranitar flinches. Mist disappears. That doesn't really matter. Because I think now you just click Dazzling Gleam and Rock Slide. What I could do is swap out Incineroar into Conkeldurr, and I'm actually thinking about that right now. Because he's at -1 attack. If I go out into Conkeldurr, I feint to a Dazzling Rock Slide. I mean, Dazzling might just KO Conkeldurr outright, though, so I don't know if I like that too much. Oh, Timer is also a thing. This is crazy. I think we just Parting Shot here and Freeze Dry. Yeah. Yes, he's going for a flinch. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, we're faster with Lapras. Oh, never mind then. We're good. Wow, okay. That was anticlimactic. I should have noticed that last turn. Sorry. I don't know why I didn't. Wow, that was a really crazy game. Rock Slide actually double misses that insult to injury, but I don't think it mattered at this point because Conkeldurr just comes in and Mach Punches. So, really, really good game. I'm pretty sure this is Emilio Forbes, who got second at Worlds, like I said, in 2018. Emilio is a long-time player, and I also feel bad because my very first game with this team, like I wasn't recording, and we had a really, really good game, and he ended up beating me. So in this game, like I got a little bit fortunate, obviously with the burn and just a lot of maneuvering outright. So hopefully we'll be able to play Emilio again on the series, assuming this is Emilio. But yeah, that was a super, super solid game, and I think it came down to, you know, just a lot of switches. I think this game highlighted how bulky this team can be, and like Conkeldurr was putting on so much offensive pressure, and honestly, regular Lapras was really good in this matchup for us. Like, it was able to threaten with a lot of damage right from the start. Or sorry, not damage, but by setting up screens and basically set up for the rest of the team. And you can see that Dusclops with Pain Split and Nightshade can be really good when your opponent can't KO you, basically. So, yeah. Some really crazy games today. I think that first one, yeah, I mean, that first one was nuts. That second one, really, I could have played better towards the end game with Lapras, and I think my opponent just played with that Trick Room team really well. I kind of mind game myself a little bit. And if I was more comfortable with my Dusclops calcs, then probably would have been more willing to just have protected Lapras there. But, yeah, did not play super well in that end game. And I do think if we protect with Lapras there, given the play that my opponent made, we probably end up winning that game. So I do regret that. But just, you know, that's the thing with going against hard Trick Room. Every turn matters. And then this game was just so much positioning back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We finally found a window of opportunity where we chipped away at everything. But like I said, we got a little bit fortunate with the burn on Zlatovicus. And yeah, so really, really crazy games today. Go 1 and 2, but at the end of the day, like, I think losses are just more important than wins anything, especially because you're able to see what you did wrong in them. I've been talking enough. This has been a 47-minute episode, so let's call it a day, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed, please share support by leaving a like, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, peace.